So a little bit about my story, really. So, I'll take a seat, it's just more comfortable. So my name's Eddie, and most people know me as a magician, because I have been one for a couple of days. And basically I'll tell you a little bit about how I'm now, I suppose, and how things have changed my life. And I'm sure pretty much everyone here has probably heard the words Young Life. Looking around the room, Young Life has been a massive part of that. So I grew up not as a Christian, not Christian at all, growing up most of my childhood life, and I had something called selective mutism, which is something which stops a young person or someone growing up talking to people in select environments. So whether that's outside the house or at school or wherever it is. For me, it was anywhere outside the house, only to a select few people. Now, the reason I'm bringing this into it is because it did gradually get better through support and help and love at school from different people, different friends who hugely encouraged me and helped me. But I didn't speak, and I had the passion to be a magician. So, it's quite important to be able to speak, I think, being a magician on stage, performing. So I got into secondary school. I was now talking at this point, but I hadn't really started performing. And I was invited to something called Young Life. Now, what on earth is what I thought? They said it's somewhere where there's games, there's a talk about God, there's some food, and it's free. That's quite rare. So I went along to that, and it was absolutely not what I was expecting at all. It was absolutely insane, crazy, ridiculous. Didn't really want to go back, but I did for 5 years. It has that effect, really. There's something about it. That's what I thought. There was something about it. I went a long, long time, and they started asking questions like, "Are you a magician?" Yeah. They didn't ask everyone that. They did have a pre. they did have an idea. I said yes. Would you like to be a part of the talent show? Okay. Yeah, I will. Don't really want to. But wanting to perform, you sort of have to perform to an audience at some point in life, and the public. And that was my first public performance to a Young Life talent show audience. So I did, and it was fantastic. What an encouraging crowd. Very great, very lively. And then I was asked, actually, would you like to do your full show? Yes. Actually, yeah, I will do the full show. That'd be fantastic. So I only ever performed at home before with family and friends. Was doing a full show, but at home. Would like to do another show? Okay. Now this is going well. What should I ask Young Life? Could I do a run of 4 shows? Yes. Yes, you can. And another talent show. Now, this was nice, but it was a group of people being very, very kind and very loving to me, and being accepting and interested in what I do, being magic. And after a while, when someone's increasingly kind to you, and increasingly nice to you, and not expecting anything back, you ask, what do they want? There's something going on here. What do they want? And over the years, I asked this question, and I went to things like Young Life Camp, had this incredible experience 3 times, and gradually started beginning to realise that this kindness that they were showing, this love that they were showing, was inspired, was motivated from their love and their relationship with Jesus, their knowledge of God, the Bible, and their faith in Christianity. Now, it didn't happen just like that. I didn't realise that immediately, but over time, that's what I started realising. I started listening to this thing. Oh, God, I'm listening to this. And at one Young Life camp, we had at the time, this was back in 2012, I think. 2012, went up a big old hill at one of these activities we did, climbed up the hill. A few people here would have been there. and it was all about going up, having a chance to say a prayer, or just reflect on the week, or just think about something or other, whatever it may be. It's open, it's a choice. That's very much young life, make your own mind up sort of thing. So I did say a prayer up there, and at the age of 15, my prayer was this: I really want to perform some magic. That's it. That was it. So at the age of 15, that was quite good. So went down the hill, and all back down. It was good, nice experience, very calming, relaxing. As soon as I got down the hill, someone came run up to me. Can you show us some magic? I thought, what? This works. This is good. I'll go back up there. So I performed some magic, and that's where it really started, really. Because I was the sort of person that had to see to believe. And it wasn't arrogance, it was more of a, that's the way I've been brought up. That's, I think, how a lot of people see the world. Want to see to believe. And I suppose being a magician, that also was part of it, being sceptical, very sceptical about what all this is about. So I gradually started thinking and talking to my young life leaders about miracles, and they're like, do you believe in miracles? No. Not really. I've never seen one. And we had this big activity where two leaders, one person spoke on the side of coincidences. There's coincidences, everything's scientific, things just happen, it's chance, we make a big thing about it, it's great. Then there's a leader on the other side who spoke very much about miracles and how everything is purposeful and everything is created by God. Every situation, amazing, incredible. And everyone in the room had to stand up and go to one of the other sides of the room. There were two people on the coincidences side, and there was the whole rest of the people on the miracle side. I was one of the two. So I've never seen one. And through praying, through guidance from my young life leaders, through this Christian thing, I suppose, being invited along to a church eventually. Why would you set foot in the church otherwise? But it was through invitation, so I went along and found out what it's all about. And it's about learning and about growing in community and love. And I started to see miracles happening, big ones, very big ones, significant ones, obvious ones, ones that would affect my life later on. And the most amazing thing now, I think, looking back at the time when I wasn't a Christian, was all the times I can now see where God was present in my life. And I didn't realise. That's the interesting bit. I can look back and think, hang on a minute. He may have pushed that friend to invite me to Young Life. Hang on a minute. He may have told these leaders, yeah, show an interest in this magic. And I suppose it's completely changed my life. I mean, for me it was a process. It wasn't just like that. There's different ways. Everyone's different. Everyone's unique. It isn't a blanket, universal thing. It's so unique, personal to each and every one of us.